What's up, gamers? The Red Dragon here, and did you hear that they kind of revealed the PlayStation 4 the other night? That was kind of exciting. Whenever I first watched it, I was going through here, and I was trying to take mental notes, and whenever it was all done, it was kind of like, well, that was interesting. And then as I started to kind of go back and read back through the stuff, there was actually some really cool stuff here. It was just like so much information to take in. Some people got really upset because they didn't actually show you what the console looked like, but of course they have to save some of the good stuff for E3 and later on to build up. But, you know, what they did show off, it sounded pretty good. So I thought that I'd do a video kind of just going over some of the big highlight moments that maybe you might have missed by taking all that in. So I've got a list here. The first thing is that actually most of the information that had been leaked before ended up being right. Like it's a Jaguar with 8 cores. It's got a second chip dedicated to managing uploads and downloads. The GPU can make 1.84 trillion calculations per second. That sounds like a lot. It's also got 8 gigabytes of memory. Now, this was the surprising factor because it had been previously leaked that it was going to only have 4 gigabytes of memory, and so it turns out they surprised everybody last night by announcing that it has 8 gigabytes, so definitely an improvement there, so I'm sure a lot of developers are happy about that. They say that they have developed this with designers in mind, or developers in mind, because there were some complaints with the PlayStation 3 that a lot of developers had trouble early on kind of figuring out how to build games on the PlayStation 3. It was a lot more difficult. And so they said they have made this really streamlined, so it's going to be really easy for developers to get in there and put their games on to the system. Some of the cool features they talked about was, one, they acted like you didn't even need to power off your console anymore, that there was a switch that kind of put it into sleep mode. So like if you're playing a game, you have to all of a sudden get up and leave and go somewhere, you can just put it in this sleep mode and it goes into a very low powered state, or it keeps everything kind of frozen in moment, so that whenever you return, you just press that button again and you're right back in the game. And so it's just, I guess you don't have to turn off your game anymore and lose it and start back over from the beginning. They also mentioned they were wanting to do away with loading screens, which that'll be nice. But another thing that I thought was a little weird or uncomfortable, or at least it made me uncomfortable, where they were talking about how they were going to kind of push this idea that, you know, if you want to have an anonymous username like whatever your gamer tag is or your PlayStation user account is, if you want to have that, you still can, but they're going to try to push, I guess, kind of like Google Plus, where they're trying to encourage more people to use their real names and integrating that with like social networks like Facebook that you would already use your real name with. One thing that I really liked was how they were going to team up with Gaikai and use their technology to basically allow you to try out any game before you buy it. And so it's basically, they said, you know, this wasn't a thing where developers would have to make a brand new demo, you know, for you to play. You would have full access. So if you want to jump into the game and play multiplayer to experience that, then you can. Or if you want to focus on single player, then you can jump in there and try that out. Now, they didn't go over the terms. Obviously, there's going to have to be some kind of limit on there. But that is freaking cool. And that is going to be a very nice little thing. And again, it could be a make or break moment for a developer, because if they're playing it and it's broke on day one, people are going to say, no, I'm not going to buy it right now, you know? They're also going to incorporate live streaming, so you'll be able to stream your gameplay to Ustream. They did say that they're not going to block used games and that there is not a online connection requirement at all times. So those are both good things. And of course, they demoed or showed off the brand new controller, which looked pretty cool, which had some new features, kind of like a share button, where if after you, I guess, do something cool, you can press share and share it to people on Facebook if you're into that sort of thing. So overall, pretty strong performance out of the gate with the PlayStation 4. What did you all think about it? What was your favorite thing? And of course, I love the games, the tech demos that they were showing off. That one with the old guy, that looked freaking cool. And Watch Dogs, oh my god, that game is going to be awesome. Also, we found out that Watch Dogs is going to be on PS3, Xbox 360, and the next gen consoles as well, so that's good. So if you're not planning on upgrading, you're still going to get to play that freaking Watch Dogs. So post your comments below. If you want to check out the links in the description box, I will have them there. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest news, check out VGN, VideoGamesNews.com. That does it for me, The Red Dragon. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.